and welcome to the Absolute Football Podcast, Absolutely Lower League, the show dedicated to all things the EFL Championship, League One, League Two, the National League, this week the playoffs, and the FA Trophy. And that is why, do you know what? I'm going to introduce you first because we are so used to you being in the chat, but you are with us tonight. Luke, how are you and how has your week been?
Yeah, it's been rubbish. I mean, it's been great. It's been unreal weekend and also a massive privilege to be on the podcast, of course. So, yeah, been a fantastic week.
We have got a late one as well. We have got a late one. Naughty.
Well, naughty Norman. What can I say?
I'm going to leave you till last now. You're not allowed to speak. You're not allowed to speak. Claire, how are you and how's your week been?
Yeah, I'm really good. I've been to a really exciting Jameson's Connects Day today, which is obviously they've got a 4-year sponsorship of the EFL. So it was really good. Good day. Hosted by Clinton Morrison, and there's a few ex-players there. Another tour of the ground, another hands on the League Two trophy, in case anyone missed who won the league. But a nice cheeky day off work as well. So feeling fresh. How are you?
What else happened this week, Claire? What else happened on Saturday?
Hold on. That's not this week, but I did.
We've not spoke about it yet.
I did have the absolute privilege of meeting the beautiful Shah.
Oh, thank you. I'll let you off now. You said that. Thanks, Claire. But it was such a good day, wasn't it? I'll talk about it a little bit later, but it's for an absolutely amazing cause as well, wasn't it? And it was so good to finally meet you.
I know.
Uncle Nick, you sat there just being all quiet. How are you and how's your week been? I know you've got a lot to talk about, but we'll save that for a little bit later.
The week is really kicked off. Yeah, I'll go through some of the details later, but the Supporters Trust have penned an open letter to the chairman, and it's kicked off big time. Sorely needed because we were only going one way, and if things don't change, we will be in the National League at the end of next season. It is that bad at the moment. So, but I'll give you some details of what the trust said, and players that have left the club have also commented on social media, and it just shows what a bad state we're in. So yeah, plenty of stuff happening at Swindon Town. So we'll have a little chat about that later. But apart from that, I'm good. All ticking over.
Okay.
So plenty of dog walks. Weather's been pretty reasonable. So all is good in sunny Oxfordshire.
Love that. Anne, how are you and how's your week been?
I don't know how to follow all them three. I've had a really quiet week for once. I went to watch Sunderland under-21s against West Ham in the under-21 playoff cup kind of thing, which is the men's, and Sunderland won 3-2. Well, they didn't. They won on penalties, but it was a hell of a game. It was 3-3. West Ham led 3 times, and Sunderland pegged them back. It was unbelievable. Really, really good game of football. I'm actually sound excited talking about a Sunderland team, which has been the first time in about 6 months. But proper good game of football. So I enjoyed that. Apart from that, I mean, you know, Claire's met Charlotte. Claire's been to see Clinton Morrison today. You know, Nick's been, you know, talking crap about his club. Luke's been to Wembley. I've been work all week, so you know, not quite the highs, but never mind. But yeah. Hello, by the way, everybody, and hello, everyone in the chat. Hello.
Speaking of positivity, and even though we did arrive late, let's talk to Mr. Positivity over in the bottom corner. Keiron, how are you and how's your week been?
Are you trying to introduce Claire twice? Positivity, you're not talking to the right person.
I'll take that, Keiron.
There you go. I don't know how to follow up. Very similar to Ant. My week's been quite boring. Been to hospital.
Just make something up. Pretend
But you have had a haircut, I can tell.
I've had a hair. That's been ages since I've
I was
had
going to say
this.
that's been a while, hasn't it?
Oh, it looks
Yeah, it's been quite a
different.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, I've been to hospital because I've hurt my foot. That's about it. Like,
Hurt me
it's- I've hurt my foot.
You've got like an
Yeah.
iced gem haircut now, Keiron, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know that iced gem sweets you used to get when you were little.
Oh, I love ice gems.
Keiron's got an iced gem haircut.
No, well, there we are.
I don't
Do
get
I take
that.
it as a
That's
compliment?
cheering him up.
I don't know if I take that as a compliment. You know,
It's
I'll
a
take it as
compliment.
It
They
is
were
a
bloody lovely
compliment.
sweets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I'll take it
Yeah,
as a
really
compliment.
lovely.
Go on. But yeah, the only the reason I'm late is because me and Rebecca were recording a thing talking about Accrington for the better part of an hour, but we spent the first half hour that we were supposed to be recording talking about the weather. So yeah, that's my justification for being late. But yeah,
Still
Still
other
bad.
than-
Still, no, we're not
Yeah,
forgiving you for that. You have to
I'll
sing
be-
a song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what, listener, I'll be, sending letters of apologies and making long videos of my biggest regards for being 6 minutes late to the best podcast on the planet, which isn't opinionated at all. Yeah, it's all been great, all fun, I
Somebody got
suppose.
silly on.
Football on.
Who's got a game on?
Sorry, I'm so sorry. I was like about to mute it, and then they scored, and I was watching the goal instead
Claire,
of muting the telly.
how rude.
You're playing
What?
something while someone's
You
talking.
know what? It's the absolute lower league. I'm watching.
You can give us
Leeds,
updates.
Norwich. It's 3-0 by a fantastic goal scored by a Leeds player.
What you need to do, as soon as anything happens or you score,
think it's Rutter.
you need to go full on, like Soccer Saturday. They go,
Okay.
there's been a goal at Ellen Road. Goal!
That's Spenny Fan Chris's job.
Goal.
Speaking of Spenny Fan Chris and everybody in the chat, thank you so much. A lot of chat to catch up on. So we've got Aled, he said, evening all. Looking forward to the quiz. I do apologise now. It's me that's actually done the quiz. So it could go really well. It could go really wrong. So I do apologise in advance.
Shark, can I quickly say, if anyone in the chat wants
Of
to come
course.
on and be our sixth player, because we now have,
Yes.
we're an odd one out now. So I mean, Spenny Fan
Fastest
Chris,
fingers first. Who's coming in?
You'll
Spenny
have to keep
Fan
up
Chris.
with the chat.
all
Claire.
right,
I feel like we should ask Graham because he's like an all season. No, mind you, he won't be able to answer the questions about all season, will he?
You never know. He catches up. He
Oh
does
yeah,
catch
you
up
do
with it.
catch up.
If anybody does want to join in on the game, even our wonderful Sam as well. We have got Sam, so if you
Oh
want to
yeah,
join
Sam
in as
come
well,
in.
please
Sam
do.
come in.
Yeah,
You don't have to
Sam.
come in yet. It's at the end, so
Come on,
please do.
Sam.
You will be on a team with Keiron. Whoever joins will be on a
Yeah.
team with Keiron.
Oh,
But
you're
the
all so
forfeit is-
lucky, aren't you?
I will let you all know the forfeit for the losers is you have to do a duet to one of my chosen songs. I've got five or six choices for songs that we all know. One of them's a Disney song as well. I will let
Yeah.
you know. Yes.
No, because now
So,
I
yeah.
want to know what the songs are, because I've got to, prepare. I've got to be warming up for when I lose this inevitably.
No.
We've
What
got
if you don't know
loads
the
of-
words?
Yeah, what if I don't know the
You
words?
have to get them up on your phone. Improvise. Make them up. Improvise. Come on. We're all adults. We've got so many people in the chat as well. Thank you
I'm just
so
messaging
much.
Sam now to see if he'll come on.
Yeah, do it.
I would get him on.
There's a lot of women's football chat as well, which is great to see.
Oh, and you're
Um,
all lucky, by the way. I've got the white sheep back. It's made its return from retirement.
No, don't come in and tell me this, Michael. Don't ruin my day already.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'm
dearie
going
me.
to pretend I didn't see this until it happens.
Oh, there's a throw in.
Oh, we got a throw in. Instead of, oh, we got a corner. But yeah, should we talk some football?
We can
And
do.
I think we know the perfect place to start because our special guest is on. We will talk about the FA Trophy. So Gateshead 2, Solihull Moors 2, but then Gateshead 1, 5-4 on penalties. Mr. Luke, the screen is yours.
Oh, well, it seems like we've actually won at Wembley for once, and I was there to experience it. But honestly, it was a game of, if I had to jump straight into the game, it probably has to be a real game of two halves. That atmosphere, even though there was like not as many fans in the FA Trophy final that it used to, it was overall it was a good atmosphere. Both sides were up for it, and overall it was just a fantastic day out experience. And just honestly, but like I said, the overall game, it was a real game of two halves. I thought the first half we were quite well. We didn't start off really too well. We just kind of like putting chances in here and there. But Solihull Moors were a very good side, as you know. They obviously were in the playoff final. We knew that. Obviously, they're getting knocked out, and then so we would just have to win this trophy, because obviously, if you don't know, with the council and all that, we needed to win the trophy to hopefully show the council that they can back the club, because it seems like they haven't been backing the club, and it's just a real shame, really, because what Rob Elliott's done and all that has just been like incredible, really. Like Mike Williamson leaving and midway through the season to MK Dons obviously was a killer blow, but what Robert Elliott's done is just taken on it back from Mike Williamson, taking all the reins and just continue with it, and we've just been outstanding ever since. But the second half was quite a good little entertaining set of half. I thought we obviously scored. No, not scored. They scored straight after the second half. And obviously there was lots of heads down, and I was in the stands thinking we could slip up here. But then we managed to see the game out, and obviously we went to extra time. And obviously we knew Solihull Moors, they've played like 120 games back to back. So we knew that their fatigue is going to take place. And then during this extra time, during the first half, they got a penalty, which I haven't looked back at yet. I haven't actually watched the whole thing back yet, so I don't know whether it was a penalty or not. So, and then they managed to score it, and we were like, we're going to slip up here big time. But then, obviously, the hero himself, Dejan Brown, who obviously scored the winning penalty, spoiler alert, and Dejan Brown scored the winning penalty. He also scored the second goal to make it 2-2. And obviously the fans were really up for it. Everyone was jumping out their seats, bouncing, singing along. Just overall, the atmosphere in that end was incredible when he scored that. And then we went to penalties. And obviously we knew Solihull Moors, they've lost to penalties in their playoff final against Bromwich. So we knew that if we can just do it again, it'll probably rub salt into the wounds for them. And we did. We ended up winning on penalties 5-4, I believe. And of course, that man, like I said, Dejan Brown scoring the winning penalty, absolute scenes. Everyone was running on the pitch. Lots of fans were around me, were like very emotional. All the fans were just like jumping around, having a good time, really, because it's our first time winning the FA Trophy for the first time in our history. And it just meant so much to the club, like for what we've been through for the last 5 years. Like the club itself, when it was Clare, it was just like completely just not just like, are we going to go bust and all that? But now what Mike and Rob, both managers, have done to our club has just been something sort of a miracle, really. And it's just given the town a massive boost. And obviously bringing lots of local kids and local people to come to see Gateshead and obviously play for Gateshead youth thing. It's just been a massive boost, really. And obviously, if you didn't see right there, I might have posted a video online, me celebrating absolutely widely. During the time, I was actually crying. I never cried football matches, but generally, I just couldn't contain myself. I was just so happy.
I bet as well it was a sense of relief because I feel like, and I've said it and you've heard me say it, I feel like yous have had such a good season as well. And then what happened with the playoffs, you really did deserve to win something because you have been exceptional this season. And I've come on here every week and said you're by far one of the best teams I have seen, especially players. You battered us. But I bet it was that as well because it's like, finally, we can actually come out with something this season because obviously the heartbreak of what did happen with the playoffs.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of used to you saying that we're the best side you've played this season. I'm used to that on Twitter mostly. But yeah, it's just an unreal feeling, really. Just winning at Wembley, just overall. I don't.
Sorry, I'm just looking at Graham's comment. I wasn't laughing at you, Luke.
I know.
Exactly the same.
But yeah, no, it wasn't tears of sadness. It was tears of joy, really. It was not tears of sadness, but yeah, it was just overall day was unreal. The fans loved it. The players loved it. Just generally, it was just incredible, really. You never see a small side getting like almost 900 fans and winning the FA Trophy for the first time. I could say we've basically won more trophies than Newcastle in the last 3 years.
I was literally about to ask that. How does it feel to be, the only trophy winners in the NE postcode for the last 60 years? So great stuff, isn't it?
Yeah, unreal stuff, really. It's just
let's all have a laugh at yourself.
Don't do it to yourself.
I'm over them. I was absolutely over the moon for them. Mate. It's been such a good week. Gateshead have done Newcastle over because they won a trophy. Ahmed scored against them last night and celebrated in front of them. Rock and roll.
Luke, I've got a question for you, and I'd be interested because obviously you were absolutely heartbroken with the playoff situation, and seemingly that's not going to change. So what do you expect from the club moving forward into next season? Because are you worried potentially about players leaving because they know that they're not going to get promoted? Or are you still quite hopeful?
Have had thoughts about players leaving, of course, due to the fact that we can't get promoted or we can't progress as a club through the leagues. And it's just been a massive worry, really. And obviously, to attract players, you need to hopefully get them into the club and obviously try to get the Gateshead high as up as possible, help Gateshead get high as possible. So it might be a struggle to get players in, but obviously players leaving would be hard to take, as you know, because when good players leave, you usually get that heartbroken feeling in you. And it will be tough. Players will leave, but what keeps what makes us so special is the core of the players, because the overall team, that squad itself has just gelled so well off the pitch and on the pitch. And if we can attract players by doing that, and hopefully when we get this lease sorted, we can go to we can hopefully get promoted soon. We could just attract even more players, even more good players. I mean, our recruitment last season was just probably the best I've ever seen. It being Gateshead fan, getting players like Regan Booty was I think it was linked with Oldham or something.
Yeah, it was.
He was linked with Oldham, and then obviously getting Luke Hannant back who was at Colchester last season. Actually, not last season, the season before now. And obviously filling them holes as well. We've done incredibly filling that holes because we lost Stephen Wynn and Keiron Lofthouse to MK Dons, and also Archie Mayer. So it's just been filling the holes, gaps and all that. It's just been incredible. The recruitment at stage, just attracting players to the thing. But going forward, I want to get this lease sorted as soon as possible, because if we just don't get this lease or something, we're just going to be staying in the National League and not getting promoted. Imagine if we one day won the league and then we won't get promoted. It's like, what were you supposed to do? We've just worked all that way to win the league and not get promoted due to the council not giving us a 10-year lease on our ground. And it's just heartbreaking, really. It's just all the fans are just gutted, really, when we just lost the playoffs for all the hard work we've done, all the effort we've done, 46 match days, basically going to a waste there. But glad we won the FA Trophy because it you could say deserve it, but it was a penalty shootout. Anyone could deserve it in a penalty shootout. So, yeah. Just,
I think
one of them, really. It's just.
Have you got? I mean, not you personally, of course. Is the plans for the club to sort of try renegotiate with the council?
There has been. I think there's something going on behind the scenes. I think because I think the club behind the scenes are doing something with the council to trying to resolve it, and hopefully trying to resolve it with the EFL. But like I said, it's too late now. We're in the National League next season. So going forward, they're trying to put something in place to hopefully work with the EFL or work with the council to try and get us promoted basically to the Football League, have a chance to get promoted to the Football League. And obviously, the way the council has done it this season is just been a bit poor, really. It's just not been good enough from them, and it's a massive disappointment. They've just let the whole borough down, and I don't know what to say, really. It's just the borough's been let down. It's not a nice feeling, really, getting kicked out of the playoffs for something that you haven't done on the pitch, but you've done off the pitch. It's just sometimes it's not fair, but like I said, what can you do? These off-field situations, we have no control of it. So yeah.
It's how late it came out as well. That's what really angered me. It's how late it all came out.
It should have been a bit earlier.
It was handled really poorly. Really poorly.
I think they should be making the announcements before, at the start of the season, going into the season, just so you know. I don't know, though, because it's just not right, is it?
Yeah,
it's cruel.
Yeah,
mostly on fans.
Yeah, of course. Really, just the fans. I know one fan who's just basically who's travelled almost every home game and away game. I think there's two of them. I'm obviously not going to name any people, but they've dedicated their whole lives to this football club, going away and home every single week. And
you pretty much have as well, though, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically, yeah. All our fans have. Any fans that have just gone down home and away. And obviously I've been to away games, of course, and seen not good performances, obviously good performances, bad performances, all of that. The club in itself, it's like a community club. We always get together and regroup ourselves, and when we go again, that's how we always work. If we lose, we do that. We just regroup and then we go again. Just how we work, really. It's one of them community clubs feelings, really, and it's just special. That's what's special about non-league. You don't get this in the Premier League because you see kids, fans interacting with the players and all that, and all that. Some of our players actually shake some of the away fans' hands. It's a nice touch, really, but like I said, it just feels like it's gone to waste, but not really. It hasn't, because we've had an amazing season, and I'm very grateful for it, of course.
It would have been see if you'd finished 8th or 9th and won the FA Trophy, thinking what a fantastic season, wasn't it?
Yeah,
but the fact that it was in the playoffs, it takes it a bit bittersweet, isn't it? You know what I mean? But fair play for winning on Saturday.
How did you feel then? This is what I want to know. How did you feel when it went to penalties? Because with penalties, I feel physically sick. I don't know if anyone else does, but as soon as it gets to the penalties, my stomach is churning and I feel physically sick. How did you feel? Were you confident or were you nervous?
I was a nervous wreck. Definitely
Yeah.
a nervous wreck. Definitely a nervous wreck.
And it's not just me.
It's not just you. Every playoff, every penalty shootout, I'm always a nervous wreck. And I'm watching like the highlights, and I'm still a nervous wreck. Watching the highlights back, obviously we've won it, but the penalty itself, I can't watch them again. I just want to see Dejan Brown hitting the penalty. That's it. Forget the whole penalties. Because I don't want to go through that again. Because it was just so nervous. Just like felt sick when obviously missed 2 penalties, and I was like, oh God. But yeah, it was worth it in the end, though.
How did you feel when that ball hit the back of the net? Do you remember? Do you remember, or did it just go like? Did it just all blur out?
All I can remember is just like my head was like turning side to side a lot. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know where to look at the players, the fans, and the way I just obviously you haven't seen the video of me, but I'm just like waving my phone at I was just like jumping around. It was just I didn't know what to do. I had to hug someone, so I hugged my dad, and I had to hug my dad, and
I love stuff like that.
You find the neighbours randomer, don't you? Like,
had to hug someone though. I didn't want to hug like someone random, of course, but I had to hug my dad when that ball went in. Had to celebrate it properly. So yeah, it was incredible.
Everyone in the chat is in agreement as well that penalties makes them feel sick.
Do you know what? I love a penalty shootout.
Oh, Claire,
wait. Hear me out.
Is it for your adrenaline?
I love a penalty shootout when it doesn't involve Stockport County.
Oh,
so
yeah, I love
a national team or anything. Yeah. See, you didn't let me finish. I love watching a penalty shootout when it's not my own team. I barely like even watching penalties. Like, never mind a shootout.
As long as you don't have to watch England in a penalty shootout.
Don't do that.
I personally love it, but there we go.
Oh, shut up!
I love it. Go on, Colombia.
No, it's fine.
Yeah, I love it, but I think winning a penalty shootout like we did against Salford last season is a mint feeling. Losing it is the worst as a fan.
Yeah. I think I'm like emotionally scarred from the 97-98 playoff final when we got beat off Charlton. Emotionally scarred from that penalty shootout.
Well, that was just last season.
That was the stupid scoreline, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4-4. Yeah.
Last season,
we were penalties as well. Didn't that go
7-6? I think it was 7-6 or 6-5. Yeah. But literally, that shouldn't have gone into a penalty shootout because they brought in. Remember Golden Goal in 98? They were bringing Golden Goal in, and Sunderland's was the only. So that playoff final was the only thing. The FA Cup final went to Golden Goal. The League Cup final went to Golden Goal. It was only the playoffs that didn't, and we scored in extra time first. So it would have been should have been Golden Goal. And actually, Niall Quinn threw his shin pads into the crowd because he thought we'd won. So they had to stop the game while he got his shin pads back. 7-6. Fucking Clyde Mendonca.
Just going back to the chat as well, Aled actually put up. Why didn't they at least mention it halfway through the season as a warning, but leaving it as late as he did is sickening and unprofessional. I feel sorry for the club. I was obviously on the Gateshead situation. I completely agree with that. And this as well, I didn't know this. I hope it's not true. Michael has put apparently Southend have been placed under transfer embargo again.
Have they?
I hope not.
God.
But did you see who got National League Manager of the season?
Yeah.
I was so shocked. So deserved as well. There was loads of Chesterfield fans. Loads of Chesterfield fans were saying, oh, it's undeserved. Paul Cook should have got it. And don't get me wrong, I thought Paul Cook and what he did with Chesterfield was brilliant. And like obviously the season before, they did very well as well. And obviously they had Wrexham and Notts County there. So obviously it wasn't their season that year. But for what Kevin Mayer has done with the resources, with one substitution, like for most of the season as well, I'm sorry, but that's my manager of the season.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Thank you. Just had to say it because it was
100%.
getting me angry.
Just-
I was
just
looking
so
at
you
all
know.
these entitled Chesterfield fans, and I'm like, come on, give him a break.
I can't wait for Chesterfield to finish 17th in League Two. Just one position in front of me. Just one position in front of Newport when we inevitably finish 18th for the 17th year in a row.
Paddy Madden's going to be the top scorer in the league.
Has he signed for Chesterfield
He
then?
has.
Yeah,
He
I thought he had. Yeah, great signing for him, innit?
I'm
We
having a
said
look
that last
about-
week, didn't we?
I've had a look about Southend, and there's nothing about a transfer embargo that I can find. But the Southend Trust have done a statement. So there was another hearing on the 15th of May about winding up, and it's been adjourned basically for the sale to go through. But the trust are saying like they're really frustrated about why it's taking so long for it to go through, and the issues that are arising from it. So I think it just doesn't seem great, does it?
I do get the frustration as well, because you think like how, like, not that long ago with us when there were people interested, and then the Ogden family came through, and I feel like our takeover happened very quickly.
Yeah.
But you feel like with Southend and other clubs in particular, it's been going on for like months, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's why I'd imagine potentially why they've been put under the embargo, though. It's just,
It
they've
doesn't
been put
say
under it
anything
while
here
the
about an embargo. Like,
there was a
I can't see
quote.
anything.
There was I think Chris put a quote in about them being put under an embargo while the while the transfer of ownership goes through.
No, it doesn't
Yeah.
say about. It doesn't say about that. It just says it's been adjourned. I can't find anything about there being an embargo.
No.
Hopefully, there's not.
I hope not.
Oh,
I
no,
honestly think
even
if
if there is, it shouldn't be for too long because they only ever tend to have it on while that transfer of ownership's going on.
yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I feel so sorry for Southend. I really hope they get through it, because I feel like if they do and this takeover does happen and they get some more signings, I feel like they could be a really, really good side next season. They were this season, to be fair, just gone. But I think they could really challenge up there next season. So
I'm hearing people talking about National League predictions already, which, by the way, is stupid to be doing in May. But
I know, especially when we're going to piss everything.
Yeah. Mbappe, Haaland, goal down to Rochdale now. Come on, move it over.
Exactly. Back off everyone else. That's a joke, by the way.
Literally everyone's
Don't be jumping on me, everyone.
I've seen people put predictions out in May, which again, stupid, but everyone's put the Southend to win the league. And it's
especially when, I said, Dale are going to win it, aren't they? Jokes.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Oldham will be winning it already. Last season, Oldham were winning everything. They were apparently getting Paddy Madden as well the other week, they were saying. Everyone's linked with Oldham and they're getting it all.
Oh, no, because now that the guy who's been released today by Stockport apparently is the most Oldham signing on the planet.
It's going to Bradford.
Who's that? Sarovic.
Sarsovich.
Yeah.
Sarsovich.
Oh,
I meant
left as well.
Keiron.
What's going on?
It was offered.
Come on.
It was offered a new contract, but he's turned it down because there's one that suits him better. I think like Paddy Madden from the grapevine is that he left because he only got offered 1 year and he wanted 2, but it's a big risk. I mean, I know he's played in League One before, but it's changed a lot since he has. And he'd be 36, 37 by the end of that deal, and that's quite old for a striker in League One. But he's got a family, he's got to do the best thing. But Sars, I don't know.
What we'll do, we will quickly talk about the next lot of playoffs. And then I will ask you all if there's any news or anything going on at your clubs.
Can we
So
all just laugh?
Can we all laugh at
Okay,
no teams, please?
No, can we all laugh because I've never wanted both teams to lose at Wembley so much. I don't want either of them.
Do you know what, as well? Like, last week, we all said Donny.
Doncaster.
Everyone said Donny.
I said Crawley.
Keiron
There we
didn't.
have. I was the only person to say. I think I was the only person to not go with Donny.
Yeah.
Look at that though, like that's ridiculous. 8-1 on aggregate.
8-1. Isn't it the one
It's the
of the
biggest,
highest? It's
highest
the biggest
scoreline
one,
of
isn't
playoff
it?
semi-final.
Yeah.
The highest margin like ever.
Milton Keynes played absolutely shocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That it just shows how crazy football is and how bad we've been all season. And we beat Crawley 6-0 earlier in the season. Just football is stupid, isn't it? Absolutely.
Yeah,
stupid.
it's mad. It's
Did
absolutely
anyone
And
see-
MK were one of the better teams that we saw it down at Swindon.
really. They were
rubbish
rubbish both times we played them.
Yeah, football wise, they were one of the better teams. But
Crazy.
Yeah.
Did anyone see the penalty shootout between Donny and Crew?
Yeah.
When so Crew have
Yeah,
signed like a player on emergency loan, a goalkeeper called Max Strychek from Wickham. And Max Strychek's a former Sunderland man. He's like a former Sunderland youth product. But so basically, in the penalty shootout, one of Doncaster's subs ran around with a water bottle, which had all of like the players in and all that, with where they're going, this, that, and the other. And in the middle of like Strychek, like I think he might have saved one or one had gone in. He got the water bottle from up there and threw it in the crowd.
I did see that. But did you see that it was announced before that he's being released by Wickham as well?
Yeah,
so
they've
even when he was on loan.
You know what it is about him. I don't know, whoever is looking for a goalkeeper in League One or League Two, to be honest, he is a bloody good goalkeeper.
It's good.
Like,
that's
really
what
good
it's
goalie.
put himself in good shape as well to be picked by someone, because look what he's done live.
I'm really surprised that Wickham are letting him go, unless they've like obviously got someone in mind, because I thought he did a really good job at Wickham, and in like I say, he is a really good, like a good quality goalkeeper. He's been in the SPL, you know what I mean? He's played up there. He's been around. He's a good keeper, so I'm surprised. It wouldn't shock me if Crew just went, "Oh, we'll have a 1-year deal with him if they got promoted." You know what I mean? But I am amazed that Wickham have let him go. I must admit, but fair play to him. It's a way to like assign yourself, isn't it? Go and sort yourself team out in a penalty shootout.
Yeah.
But yeah, spot on.
Question for you as well, Ant.
Who do you support, Jenny?
Sheffield United.
Yeah, if you want, if you give us 15 million, you can have him. We'll have strike.
Go on, Dimitri, mate. Just gotta point it out. Go on. He scored like 5th minute or something to actually bring that comeback back.
Dimitri scored, didn't he? Yeah. He did, yeah.
Another, I think that's his 10th of the season, which from centre back, I think it is his most prolific season in terms of goal scoring. He usually reaches double figures in terms of goals and assists, but now he's directly got it in goals
as well, Keiron.
He missed his pen, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he missed his pen, yeah.
Yeah, he's been to Wembley twice. He's lost twice, 2 playoff finals with us. 3rd time's the charm.
Yeah. So, great. I mean, that's going to be a good game. I know what Claire's saying about not wanting any of them to go up, which is fair enough. It's a fair comment, to be honest. But it'll be a good game, I think.
If I have to pick one, I want Crawley to go up. I hate Crew because of obvious reasons. Even though it's not now, it's historical. I still don't like him because of that. So I'd rather Crawley.
I want Crew just because of Mickey Dimitri. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't care at all.
I want Crawley.
I'm not predicting me because I get every one of them wrong.
Well, can you predict Crew then? Predict Crew then.
Yeah,
I predict.
You know what? I'll predict Crew with you. You know what? Because I've got mine right, you've got yours wrong. So one of us will have to change it out here.
We've got Sean in the chat. He's put, "Hi all, hope you're doing well. At least we don't have to go to franchise FC next season, Claire."
Oh God, that's the setback. We have to.
We do.
Michael,
top corner, man. Gosh.
Michael's put, "I can't believe Braintree are charging £400 for a season ticket."
Oh,
I pay less for that, and I'm in bloody
How much?
championship.
£400. Braintree.
Ours is 450.
I think
You're in
ours is
League
like
One, no?
I think ours is like 310 or something like that. It's pretty low.
£400.
I know.
Bloody hell.
I know. Just on this as well, Chris, yeah, it's 100% done now. All signed, sealed, and done. So I'm happy.
So basically, all of the Championship players, all the Premier League players are coming to Rochdale now.
Yeah, everyone. Big
All
boys
of them.
next season. For David De Gea signing. I'm
But
joking.
Yeah, I've heard
Ronaldo-
Ronaldo doesn't like Al Nassr anymore.
That's why Varane's off.
I tell you what, I saw the other day that Huddersfield's tickets are like £230 or something.
They are cheap.
Really?
Yeah, they've always
Oh,
been
that's-
cheap.
Very
People-
good.
That is very good, that.
Mm. I'm paying less than Clare and less than the Braintree.
Yeah.
That's
So-
380.
This season, ours was 405, but obviously we've gone up a league, the cost increase. So I think that considered £45 for moving up a league is pretty good. And I think, the level of money Mark Stott's investing, I'm happy to pay it. I would have paid
Yeah,
more.
that's fair enough. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's fair enough.
Yeah, we had a
everything's going up, isn't it? Like literally
Yeah.
everyone in the world.
Ours
we
has
had a
gone up.
price on ours. Ours was literally exactly the same as it was last season, and we've already surpassed 1,000 season tickets, which like at this point, when they were released last year, we'd only sold like 500 or so. So
Michael, come on.
God, Michael,
Don't make me cry live on air. He would never go to Oldham. I have faith in Keiron that
Of course, every footballer on the planet is linked to a bloody Bradford. They're doing my head in.
I told him. You sounded so Welsh then. Say it again.
Yeah, you did sound well for that. Bloody.
Doing my head in.
Doing my bloody head in, man.
Has anybody got anything else to add on the League Two playoff games before we move on?
MK.
Let's all laugh at
Wanna
it.
laugh?
Yeah.
Can we all laugh at Milton Keynes?
It's going to turn into genuine laughter now.
I wasn't properly laughing, but then I started laughing at all your fake laughs.
I know. Everyone's laughing in the chat as well. Thank you so much. And not really much to talk about on this. So we've got Norwich 0, Leeds 0, West
Time to
Brom
go.
0, Southampton 0. And obviously,
We don't talk about 0-0s either.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah, we don't
Leeds
talk
still
about
3-0
0-0.
up.
It's still
Yeah.
3-0. 56 and a half minutes gone. Norwich have got a free kick in an attacking area.
I think
It's going to
Very
be
quickly.
an in-swinging ball from the left-hand side. It's standing over the ball, ready to whip it in. Come on. In it goes. Straight to the keeper. Straight to the keeper.
Can I just say, if anybody did watch those Championship playoff games, well done, because they were one of the two worst games I've ever seen.
No,
they were
really bad.
I sat and watched them as well, aren't they? And they were terrible, weren't
It
they?
was awful.
God,
Absolute
geez.
pony.
No, I watched the Leeds Norwich one, and like I got that. Like I literally was like sorting my room out while the second half was going on. It was that shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Tidy,
Listen
boring.
to this for atmosphere, though. You can hear people whistling 57 minutes in. There's no chanting. It's a championship. It's a championship playoff match.
Yeah, and you're winning
Like,
3-0.
where's the atmosphere?
Where's
You
your
could hit-
famous atmosphere?
Right, they're all knackered from the start. There,
Pardon?
they're all knackered from the start. They did all their chanting before the game kicked off.
Yeah, they've taken a leaf out of Milton Keynes's books.
I want this to happen as well, by the way, Michael.
Keiron, you're quite funny because this fringe that you've got now, you keep doing this.
I don't depend on it. Let me do it a lot more like you know, a lot more vocal.
Da, 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 da.
I agree with this as well. Simon said last season's championship playoffs were better. 100%.
I mean,
Yeah.
let's be honest. You've got 2-0 games. Like every
Yeah, I was
season.
about to say it's not very difficult. So.
Last
It's not
season's
very
championship
difficult.
playoff games weren't better because we got beat off fucking Luton. So,
Rebecca Welsh is the fourth official.
It's a goal.
So
Sunderland last.
interesting fact for you about Rebecca Welsh is, and I was reminded of this today because I had another stadium tour, and the officials' changing room or officials' room at Edgeley Park had to be redesigned and redone for female officials. So I'm guessing probably every ground has, but they have to have separate shower area than obviously men.
Mm.
Just obviously for anyone who is a championship fan, we will have to talk about some of these playoff games.
Yeah, but
Oh,
how can it's like they were
Who do you
boring
think's
games?
going to be playing Leeds in the final then?
I don't care. It's boring.
Someone give me
West
something.
Brom. I'm glad they were still doing West
Southampton.
Brom.
Southampton.
Southampton.
West,
I'm going to go West Brom.
I'm going to go West Brom as well.
West Brom, darling.
I want it to be Southampton, so I'm going to go with West Brom.
Well, West Brom were at home, weren't the first leg? They were, weren't they? West Brom needed to win that first leg for me. That's just an opinion, like I say, but I think Southampton at home will be. Oh, bless you.
I'm so sorry.
Right.
I tried to mute myself really quick and I didn't get there quick enough.
No, I think
How can you
Southampton.
sneeze so cute?
I
I'm
know.
just like,
when I'm such a loud mouth.
well, didn't want to say it.
So we would say that, Claire.
It's all right. I know. Thank you.
Oh, everyone's saying bless you.
Oh, of course.
And just anything to add on the Leeds game that's currently happening? Does it look like Leeds are still obviously, are they playing well?
So,
Are they kind of
At this moment in time,
a bit?
they should have had a penalty. The referee's just hit a Norwich player on the bum by accident.
Ooh.
Norwich have come. Leeds have got a foul because Kamara was pushed over by Rowe, and is milking it. It's just wasting a bit of time.
So it's pretty boring.
Nothing to see here, Jeff.
So
Back to the
basically,
studio.
nothing. So basically, Claire, nothing's going on. Back to the studio.
Back to the studio.
Should work at Sky Sports.
There's been a goal. But for who, Claire?
Someone's just put his sport bra on. He's just getting his kit on, ready to come on. It's oh god, fastnacked.
Fastnacked.
Eh?
It's called fastnacked.
He sounds like a really shit fast food like restaurant or something, isn't it? Fastnacked.
It's a Norwich City. Just getting a hug off his manager.
He sounds like a vending machine.
They're just having a bit of sport gel to get themselves ready. There's a double substitution coming up here. There's another player.
Machine, mate. Get on.
There's another player coming on as well called the guy with dreads.
Go on, the guy with dreads, man.
Come on!
Go on,
Gianu list has just come off. And Gibson's come off.
Simon has put in the chat.
You've got fastnacked and it's gone off the screen. Someone else come on.
Go on, vending machine.
Yeah, go on, vending machine.
Come on, vending machine.
It is actually called fastnacked. FASSNACHT.
I can't go. Simon has put in the chat, Leeds and their £46 tickets will be a good fit in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And Michael.
Kind of a reason wanting them to go up, actually. 46 quid away tickets is an absolute joke.
That is a joke.
Oh.
Yeah.
But
We pay them.
Michael has put in the chat as well. I think this was to Chris because came out that Jacob Chapman has obviously signed a new deal at Huddersfield. What a keeper. Loved him. Loved him.
He was incredible for us. He was really good for us when we won the National League North. In his first half loan spell for us, he was incredible. Very good goalkeeper.
We didn't see him for long, but he was really good for us as well. Really good.
Yeah.
You're right, Clare. He is called Fastnapped. I've just looked on the teams. The other one would have been Sidney Van Hooijdonk, because he's got dreads. Sidney Van Hooijdonk. That's Pierre Van Hooijdonk's.
Oh yeah, Sydney. That's a great That's a great Christian name to go with his surname, isn't it?
Claire, we need you to read this out.
Yeah. Oh.
My Alfie went on mute. Guy with dreads has scored from a whip cross and a vending machine!
Yeah!
Hey up. There's a bit of an attacking. No. Kingston.
Fast-knocked.
Bloody fast-knocked, man. Come on, man. The machine sorted out.
Michael in the chat as well on Dale Talk. He said, hopefully we get Laurie Walker or Harrison Mill. That's for the goalkeeper.
I hope we bring Ronaldo to Newport personally, but here we are.
Oh, no, you don't want him now. He's past it.
You've got more chance of getting someone called Ronald Orr, haven't you?
I'd have more chance getting fast-knocked.
Fast-knocked.
So that is the playoff chat and obviously the FA Trophy chat. I'm going to ask you all now. Obviously, we spoke about Gateshead. I'm going to come to you next, Claire. Is there any more news on Stockport that you would like to mention or talk about?
Yeah, so Uncle Nick will probably join in with this because I know he's listened to it. This week, we had a 40-minute interview with Sir Mark Stott released, and he was talking about what he wants from the club. So he's been quite open in saying we've kind of bought promotion from the conference and from League Two. Not the top budget in the league, might I add, but it'd be unfair on Wrexham to mention who's got the top budget. He was talking about the developments to the ground, the way that he wants it to go to a more sustainable model now. So he is also investing himself. There's 12,000 primary school children in the borough of Stockport who can't afford a PE kit. And he's personally donating a lot of money, like 25 grand maybe, to help these kids get PE kits. And £2 from the sale of every shirt is going to help school children in Stockport. That's a massive amount. Like we've ordered 25,000 shirts. Yeah. Like this season he came in, we sold 2,000. Like that's how much the interest has grown. So the capacity of our ground is going to go from 10,000 to 18,000. Work on that's actually going to start soon. Which will be the first phase is just to add an extra block to the main stand. And then the railway end opposite the Cheadle end is going to become almost like the Cheadle end, just with about 1,000 less seats. Is wanting to open a school in Stockport that's like aimed at everything up to like university level and age. He's still going to continue putting money in, but he wants to do it. So, for example, we become a club that's sustained on. We've got a lot of amazing young players that we can tie down on like 3-year deals, like we have with Ethan Pye and Ryan Rydell. There's a goal, Ellen Road, everybody! Goal! It's 4-0, and it's been scored by turn around. I don't want to see.
Washing machine.
Somerville.
Oh, what a play. What a
washing machine.
Who the hell are Port? I'm guessing you mean Stockport. Don't ever call us Port again.
I'm going to call you Port all the time now. Next season, I'm
going
to call Port.
We're called Port. That's
good goal that, by the way. Mark Stott is ridiculous. Like, we are so lucky to have him as an owner. I feel like as a club we've literally like won the lottery. Like, he is absolutely incredible. Yeah, he has just got so much onus on wanting us to continue to improve. And what I really loved about it was just how raw and honest he was. Like, he didn't want Dave Challoner to be our manager, but the director of football said, you know what, this is the man that we need to get. Like, this is an amazing manager. He knows what winning is. He knows what promotion is. We need to get this man. And in the end, Mark Stott was like, right, fine, you know more about football than me. So luckily, we didn't get the manager that Mark Stott wanted, and we got Dave Challoner. And hopefully he's going to continue going with us as well, because like he said recently, why would he look at other jobs when we're a club on the up? Like, it's just incredible. But what did you think of it, Nick?
God, we are a million miles away from how Stockport are set up. There's a few things I liked. One, they're already set up in certain things for Championship level. The plans he's actually got a plan, and he's working towards it. But a couple of things that stood out for me. One, he said, I like watching football. I love football, but I don't know anything about how to run a football club. I don't know anything about football itself, but I've got people that do, and he lets them get on with it, which was really telling. He said the only time he's interfered was by giving, I think it's your keeper, a 2-year contract, whereas didn't want to. And he said that is the only thing I'm going to say. This will happen. I don't care what anyone else says. He's getting a 2-year contract because he deserves it.
Do you know why that is as well? Ben Hinchliffe has been with us 8 seasons, and I know I'll go on about him all the time. He joined as a truck driver. He used to miss matches because he had to drive his truck.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy where we've come from then, but he's carried on improving with us. And at the end of the 2-year contract, he'll have been with us for 10 years, so he'll have his testimonial.
Yeah.
And all everyone keeps talking about fan-wise is Ben Hinchliffe. It deserves a testimonial. Like, he is literally at the epitome of everything we've done as a club. So, yeah, I do feel bad I've missed that out.
Just got like a proper funny like kind of thought in my head of Ben Hinchliffe coming to training or matches in his 12-tonner.
Honestly, it's mad though, isn't it? It's mad. Like the thing choo choo. Oh no, beep beep. I think
that's quality, that.
I think that
that's really tickled me. I'm sorry.
I think the thing is as well, like, there's so much money in football now. And actually, do you know, this Jameson's Connects thing I've been to today, there was a player that signed for us in 1989. And before he joined County, he was earning £300 a week as a truck driver. And he said, like, I know. And he said,
I compose myself a minute. I'm sorry.
It's such a funny thought. Like, rolling up the training in his big fuck off truck.
You need to do a better beat than that, though. It's got to be a much more manly beat. Sorry, yeah. He used to get £300 a week.
Sorry, I can't.
And then he joined County for £175 a week, so he was getting £125 less. Yeah. But it was like being a truck driver then weren't fun because you had to like pitch up and like sleep in your lorry or go and get in a hotel,
well,
whatever.
Have to now, don't you, really?
Yeah. But basically, he was saying like it was good money, but not considering like what I had to do. But he said in 1992, when Sky Sports came into football, that's really when it changed, because that's when he started getting good wages and all that.
Definitely.
But
beep beep.
It's proper.
I've forgotten what did Spenny fan say to me, because I was more offended by the port bit.
It was about Madden, I think. Like, going to be a big loss, I think, which we kind of touched on last week, didn't we?
Paddy Madden will be a big loss, because it's the character. It's the character of him, the experience, the fucking captain. Like, he's just such a good ambassador for our football club, and it is
The shithousery with the
shame.
speaker when he's playing "We Are the Champions," walking past Wrexham, all of that.
Oh, that was funny, that wasn't it?
It was
funny. We've got loads of players that he would, believe it or not, be low down on my list of who would do that. So I was like, go on, Paddy lad. No, is a big personality, and I'm sure he'll do very well for Chesterfield. Don't really like Chesterfield all that much, so I hope they have a very mediocre season.
Oh, funny. I just wanted to say to Jeppo as well, we did actually talk about this at the start, and we're so happy. We're so happy about who got it.
Jeppo! I don't know why. Jeppo's just got a name you have to sing.
Jeppo!
Jeppo.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to go to the toilet soon. I might have an accident.
You might have to go now before the quiz, because apparently that's going to make everyone laugh. In fact, maybe you should put something on the screen so everyone can watch it, and everyone goes for a wee break before we all wee ourselves, including the people in the chat.
Yeah,
Just another one for
Get
you
some
as well.
elevator music going.
Oh, you know what? Ethan Pye is so good. I think going out to Gateshead last season has really done him good as well, because it helps him a lot to grow. But he has just been so good for us this season. Like, he has got he'll be in the Premier League. I think he will be in the Premier League. He's 21 years old, and he is just insane.
Yeah, he's proper good. He was really good for us, and definitely that loan spell definitely helped him to obviously improve as a player. And I'm just so glad for him personally. 3 years, and it's just fully deserved, I think, and I'm very, very happy for him. So hopefully he gets lots of starts in League One for Stockport next season, and hopefully takes them up to the Championship. That's hoping.
If his nickname isn't Shepherd's, then they've missed a trick. Call it.
Right.
I love Shepherd's Pie.
Oh, do you remember that thing on X Factor years ago when that person came on to sing, and it was Shepherd's Pie?
I want to know who's on this. If this is Josh or Sam, come on and do the quiz, please. Please, whoever this is, come on and do the quiz.
I definitely agree that we should.
I can't believe you cut off my song.
I'm sorry, I just thought I'd get someone in.
That was like the most legendary song of all time.
I'll listen to it.
Shepherd's Pie. Till I die. Do you know what else he said? Beef and onion. Beef and onion. Crisps.
I tell you what.
Do you not remember
While
it?
we're on it,
No.
I'm going to
While
find
we're on
it a bit.
What's your favourite pie if you had to pick?
Balti.
Proper no. Luke?
I don't really eat pies. It's just
Luke, come on. Come on.
I'm sorry. I'm so
He
sorry.
slips down grids. He slips down grids. Gate says Luke. He slips down grids.
That was a good shot. I rate that.
Nick,
Exactly,
favourite
Johnny. That's how it's supposed to be.
Favourite pie, steak and Stilton.
Do you know what? I thought he was going to say, well, I quite like a pheasant pie.
The rabbit I just shot.
I'm a farmer.
Josby.
Baldy.
Yeah.
Love a Baldy.
Keiron.
It's kind of like steak and onion, like kind of boring when it comes to pies. I'll be honest with you. Kind of boring.
Oh,
I enjoy
gosh.
it. Steak
He's letting
bake.
us down. He don't
Dave
want to
Bake's
join
not a
us for the
pie,
quiz.
it's a
I'll
bake.
get a well bit and a pie. Go on. He's like a little
I wonder,
rabbit thing.
do you think I can find beef and onion and shepherd's pie?
Beef onion.
Shepherd's pie. What was
Huggy
that?
Huggy pasty.
Huggy Huggy. I do love a pasty, to be fair.
2009.
I did. See, I think corned beef bakes get a lot too much.
Right.
Hate,
Listen, I'm just gonna put my phone right to this speaker.
I'm gonna go deaf. No.
Did I see?
Hold on.
Did I see?
There
Walked
you
into
go.
a shop one day. What did I see? Beef and onion. Who is that?
Be well.
Classic have you written for the second song? Salt and vinegar? No. The Lonely Llama. The story of a llama. A lonely llama. Ian. Lonely. Ian. Llama. Hey, I can't listen to that. We have a person.
Oh, God.
Shepherd's pie till I die.
There you go.
Shepherd's fire. Shepherd's fire.
No from me. It's a no from me.
Yeah,
Fair
that's
enough.
Hiya.
That is terrible.
I can't believe you never heard. It is terrible, but I can't
It's
believe you
terrible.
never
Oh,
heard.
shite, yeah. It's
No
funny, but it is a
Robert
bit
Rules.
shite.
Yeah, it's just not for me.
But if I'm spending money to go watch people on X Factor and I'm hearing a knob go Shepherd's pie, yeah, I'd be fuming.
So, I'd like to ask you all a question. I know
Oh,
we've got the quiz coming up soon,
oh,
but
I'm scared.
this is not podcast related. What is your personal favourite football memory from this season?
Oh, don't have to time.
Well, we know what Luke says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, Luke?
It has to be the FA Trophy final, of course. There's no other no option, really. It's just you can't look past it, really. So, yeah, FA Trophy final, and it'll probably be in my memory for a very long
Smash it,
time.
rock, stay there.
So,
That just
What?
happened anyway.
have you got any others, or is that like? Have you got a league favourite moment as well?
Our league favourite moments.
Did anyone
yeah.
think of this? Dark
Darken
away.
away, darken away.
away.
Love it.
I think it has to be either Hartlepool 7-1. That was very good.
Very
way we
good
just-
result.
Yeah,
I
very,
like
very-
that one from Graham. That's my one. The season ending. It's my favourite.
Same.
Right, can we
That's
let
all of us
Luke
on the bottom
first? Come on, Luke is halfway through. Telling us.
has to be the 7-1 win against Hartlepool. That is probably going to be up there because thrashing your local rivals 7-1, you don't do that often. So, yeah, definitely a memory to have. And I would say the game against, I forgot what it was called. It was this game where we secured playoffs, but we obviously didn't go in the playoffs. I think it was the Chesterfield one where we won 2-1. That was obviously a bit of a special one because we're first time in the playoffs in 10 years. So obviously, yeah, but unfortunately didn't turn out very well because we were kicked out of the playoffs due to the council.
Go!
So,
Go! Oh no, wait.
Goal,
Oh, no, wait.
Goal.
Oh no, wait.
Oh.
The players being subbed off the pitch, and it was a replay of his earlier goal.
Come on. Yeah.
Bloody hell, Claire, you're an awful
Keep up with it.
correspondent.
Oh,
yeah,
you'll get on Sky Sports at that level.
Well,
You
have you have to forgive me because I'm
There's been a goal, but
concentrating
for
on
who,
this.
Claire? I don't know.
I just love how you told us all off there for interrupting Luke and then interrupted Luke.
Yeah,
This is so
and with something that didn't happen.
I'm sorry, Luke.
No, I was actually finished there. You just said
I knew that.
Yeah.
No, you didn't. Your baseman. You didn't have a Scooby. Dear me.
Is that it then, Claire? You're just asking Luke his favourite moment of the season.
Yeah, do you
No,
not care about
me?
I asked everybody. Luke just answers first. Charlotte, what's yours?
I've got a few actually. One of them has to be when Devante Rodney came back and scored against Chesterfield, because as you all know, his struggles and stuff that he's had. So that was one of my favourites, and obviously getting a draw against Chesterfield. I think when we played Wealdstone as well and we beat them, obviously Kean Hayes scored, but I think that was the time where it was announced about obviously the possible liquidation happening. It was getting close to obviously that maybe happening. And even though all that was over the players' heads and everything, there was so much uncertainty, they just gave 100%. They played so well, and Kean Hayes scored a worldie. And obviously, I'm going to have to mention it, aren't I? But just him coming back, because as I mentioned it on my Rochdale season review, that was the first most exciting player we've had in a very long time, because we've had a lot of downs at Rochdale recently. And yeah, I think I said since Nathaniel Mendez-Lang, which we had under Keefill, and obviously he's gone on to other clubs now. I think obviously that, and just getting to watch Ian Henderson play for us again, and just doing what he loves still in National League, because we relied on him a lot this season. Obviously, we had a lot of injuries. Our squad depth and stuff was just, at one point, there was hardly anyone. We were getting people from the academy and stuff having to come on. So, yeah, just being able to watch Ian Henderson play in National League, and obviously this takeover now. So it's been a bit of an up and down season for us. So I feel like it's coming good now. So there's some of my favourite. Thank you.
No worries.
Hopefully we'll get to meet as well next season.
Oh yeah, hopefully I'll be getting down to Rochdale again. Hopefully it's not a Tuesday night this time.
And hopefully we'll actually play all right this time.
Down to the Crown Royal Arena.
I know. A bit chippy.
There's the happy memories out the way from everybody.
I love that.
Yeah, you got the happy lot up there. No, the miserable down here.
Seeing as we're all in the top row, shall I give you mine? Because you might be surprised by mine.
Go on.
My favourite match of the season was a 1-0 win at home against Wimbledon. Now, it might not seem very significant in the long run, because obviously it was one of many wins that we got this season. But for me, it was one of those matches where the other team come for a draw, they frustrate the living hell out of you, and you just like, it's one of them days. We had shot after shot, and just nothing was going in. The keeper was having a worldie, we just couldn't get a goal. And then the game was decided by a goal at the very last minute.
The game was decided by a goal.
For me, hold on. I gotta. Is this not the Newport game, or are they both the same thing?
They're both pretty similar. They're
the same thing.
Because and the reason is, the Wimbledon one more, we were in a really bad spell. We were struggling, really struggling, and we had loads of injuries. And when we got that last minute goal, just everyone was erupting like mad. Like, we celebrated, man. And I had my little girl with me, and she was loving jumping around with me, because obviously I was holding her, jumping around, and there were some Italians there watching the match, and they were hugging us, hugging her, and she just loved it. And I thought, this is exciting me for the future. But the relevance to this season was, because we were struggling, the fact that we managed to get that win, it made me believe that day. I think I even said that day, we're going up. And it was the first time, really, I'd been like, yeah, we're going up. We're definitely going up. I might have even said we're going to win the league. I did at some point say we're going to win the league. But yeah, it's definitely not one that most people would consider because obviously we beat Wrexham 5-0, we beat Milton Keynes 5-0, we beat Sutton 8-0. We had some, great wins, Notts County. So I could have mentioned so many, but yeah, that's for whatever reason, that's my standout. Keiron.
All right, down to the misery room now.
Come on, Mr.
You know what?
Positivity.
No, you know what? Actually,
Give us a smile.
You're asking for best moments of the season. I've actually got a few. Ignore the final 8 games, and I quite enjoyed this season. I could cheat and say that we played United and we scored twice, so we probably should have scored a third time. But I'm not going to go with that one, despite how immense of an occasion that is. It's not every day that you get probably one of the biggest clubs in this country to, play you and you actually perform really well against them. But I'm in between probably, I don't know, about 3 games. It's really difficult to kind of choose between them. The ones where we beat Wrexham 1-0 at home, that was like 2 weeks before we had lost 2-0 against them at their place, and we didn't really show too much against them. Like, it was already posted first half. The fact we didn't score over at their ground was quite disappointing, and then we played them at our place, and yeah, they had a red card, but one, I feel, looking back at it now and obviously knowing what the outcome of the game was, it's a stonewall red, and I think we were, relatively comfortable even before that red card. So that occasion was great. It was a second game that we had sold our ground out. So I could go for that one, but I think in terms of, I suppose, the one point where I really thought, I think we can actually push playoffs. It was the one game where I generally thoroughly believed it. It's when we played Walsall away. We were right next to each other in the table, and this was at the point where 7th and 15th or whatever it was separated by about 5 points, and I think we were like 12th. Walsall were 14th, so we were like right next to each other. It was just goal difference separating us, and we beat them 3-0, and we were 3-0 up within the first half hour. And to have that experience was unreal, because it's not very often that we get close to selling out an away end, or we take an away following that's higher than 400, 500. And I'm not saying that's a bad number by any means, but we'd taken a bumper crowd of it was 800, 900 to Walsall, and we probably put out our most complete performance of the season. And yeah, it was that was the point where I think that game was in February. I generally thought, what, if we can stay on the right side of injuries, we can give playoffs a good crack. 2 games later, 2 of our players came off with season-ending injuries. There we are. But
I think you're lying anyway. Your favourite moment of the season is beating the champions.
No. My favourite moment for social media exposure is beating the champions, because I got a video of Shane McLaughlin's goal and it went stupidly everywhere on the internet. So that was all right. Nah, the game was actually quite crap, to be honest with you. It wasn't great, was it? What a fantastic watch. But no, I'll go Walsall, just because one, the performance was probably up there with our best of the season, and there was the little bit in me that went, what, playoffs and promotion could be on if we stay on the right side of injuries. How wrong was I?
Before we move on to Anne, I'll just let you know the Leeds game is now finished 4-0. So that means Leeds are off to Wembley, just in the way of the spirit of Michael Owen. Go on, Anne.
Go on, Wales national team. Sort it out. You can't qualify for Euros, but you can get bloody promoted with Leeds. Sort it out.
Simon put this as well.
Yeah.
Right, come on, Anne.
Honestly, it's literally digging. I honestly don't know. Can I say from quarter to 3 on May the 4th when the fucking season ended. So that was a specific highlight of the season. If I've got to pick one out, obviously start the season beating Southampton 5-0 was quality, especially obviously the 5th goal with Chris Rigg coming on, becoming our youngest ever goal scorer, becoming the Championship's youngest ever goal scorer 2 weeks after becoming the youngest goal scorer in the League Cup history. So, yeah, got to be Riggy's 5th goal, Sunderland's 5th goal, Chris Rigg scoring. And in fact, literally, in a season where we have literally been shit, having someone like that who's a local lad, I know he's a Newcastle fanboy, who cares? But having a local lad who looks as if he's going to be the next big thing in English football is quite nice. But apart from that, I've got nothing. I'm sorry, it's just been such a shithole of a season. If anybody wants to have such a miserable misery fest, let's do it right now. Because I keep on saying, we're having this wonderful meetup in July. And me, Nick, and Keiron, it's actually really ironic we're at the bottom row here because we're literally just going to get.
No, that is
ironic.
not true. That is not true because that day is not about football, so we'll all be happy.
True. I mean, Graham's just put there. Obviously, the lasses have had I know we're on a men's podcast show today, but the lasses have been so good. As much as how shit the men have been, the lasses have been absolutely immense. And I will say that, as much I have not enjoyed being a Sunderland fan, as in the men's side, the amount of pride and love I have got for the women's team this season has been just second to none. They have literally saved me from not really particularly liking football much. Having to come on this and talk about a defeat every fucking week for the last 6 months hasn't been fun. But supporting the lasses, and we were a game we were 3-2 down with a minute to go against Lewis, and Jenna Day goes and scores twice in a minute, and I'm going running around the frigging ground because I just need to hug somebody. You know what I said? Hug a random. I hugged someone I've never met before in my life. But yeah, the women's side, mint class. So I will say that the amount of pride and the amount of how heartwarming they've been for me this year has probably saved us from not enjoying football at all and becoming such a misery twat on this podcast. Because I'm actually quite a happy bloke in general. Just you haven't seen much of it this year. I promise I'll be better next season. But if you think I'm bad, Nick.
Come on, Uncle Nick.
What is your
Big
season been?
Oh, what a season we've had. There's not too much to cheer, but one highlight was a stoppage time winner that took Mansfield's unbeaten record away from them. So that always, to get a stoppage time winner is always great anyway. It was even more pleasing that with a former player of ours, Aidan Flint, who left Swindon under a cloud, he put him up front. I mean, I don't know what he is, 6'6". He's a centre half, but Clough put him up front and left him up front, and we scored the winner, say, in stoppage time. I mean, why he did that, God only knows, because all they had to do was have some decent defenders in there. So yeah, that was a great moment. On the flip side, I think the worst game score embarrassment was being 7-0 down at home to a National League side, Aldershot. In less than 60 minutes, we were 7-0 down.
They're quite a good team though, Nick, as well.
We beat them.
The only saving grace from that was we scored 4 goals in stoppage time to make it look respectable. And one of their players, Keiron Harris, was previously paid for us. And he come on the Fools Rushing podcast a few weeks before the game. And he was saying, he scored a few goals this season because he's their penalty taker. And someone said, hey, there's I think he was 20-1. No, 20-1 to score on that game. So he won me 200 quid. So it's the first
Hey.
time I've cheered an opposing player
Love that.
to please score the penalty. Please do not let
I
it be
remember
saved.
you saying that. I
So,
remember you telling me.
And the last game
Yeah, I
of the
remember that.
season was some joy because I was there when Charlie Austin scored his 200th league goal. So I mean, that's a great number for him, and he's been on 199 for bloody weeks.
Do you know
So we
what?
thought,
Did you see
Go
his tweet the other day? Like
I've
he
got-
tweeted
I got some
saying
stuff to read out about that. Yeah,
about
So-
O2.
no, but
He tweeted saying O2. I've got no signal. I've not had any phone calls from him.
oh, he's feeling unloved. So yeah, so that's about it. And probably the only other thing that a positive for the future is, we went up to Grimsby and we had a 17-year-old right wing back from the youth team and a 16-year-old centre half making his debut. And they were the two best players on the pitch. So that
Isn't your
that's
under
hopefully
18s
for the
team when
future.
beating this season, Nick? Or they went on a
Sorry?
hell of a run, though, because they beat us in the cup, didn't they?
So I missed that answer.
Sorry, the under 18s had a really good season.
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
They obviously beat us in the cup. And did they finish
Yeah.
the season unbeaten?
No, they typical Swindon. I think it was them in Plymouth going for the league, and Swindon had to win. Their last game was against Plymouth. Swindon had to, I think, either a draw would have done. Swindon went 3-0 up. He lost the game 4-3.
Oh, Jesus.
But yeah, the cup run was great because they beat Man United, and Man United won every league game, I believe, to win that league. They went to your place and won up there, and they narrowly lost to Bristol City, or I think a level 1 or whatever it is academy, and most of our players were first year academy players. So yeah, they did really, really well. So there is a bit of hope for the future if we can
That's
get
good.
everything else sorted out.
Nick.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
No, I was just going to say, Uncle Nick, while you're on Swindon, do you want to talk to us about the things what are going on?
Yeah. Basically, there's been so much going on and zero communication from the club. Really, really terrible. So Swindon Supporters Trust have got new members. It was their AGM, new members on the trust board, and they penned an open letter to the owner. I'll read through it because there's some really important stuff in there. In just the last part of the letter says, we as a trust led by a recent survey, and they sent a survey out and got 2,000 replies, which bear in mind that average home attendance of home fans is 8,000. So it's 25% return, which is really good. We are today declaring we have lost all confidence and trust in the leadership and ownership of our beloved Swindon Town Football Club. Further, we have no faith that a promised redevelopment of the county ground is plausible under your ownership. We call today for an immediate significant investment in both money and experienced personnel into the club, a clear and credible funding plan for the ground redevelopment, and a commitment of complete transparency and honesty in more frequent communication. Alternatively, it is time for you to sell the club and find a new owner who can provide these things as soon as is practically possible. So, and that was the end of the letter, and there's a whole load of stuff in there about the reasoning why. So that for the trust to do that, and bearing in mind there's a joint venture with the trust and the club because it's a joint ownership of the ground, so they have to work together. And to put something out that strongly shows the level of feeling in the dissatisfaction amongst the fans. And then following on from that, Charlie Austin, who's now left the club, and it comes today that he wants to continue playing. Basically, he's left the club because it's in such a state. And he said, I think at the moment, Swindon is on a knife edge, and this coming summer will be massive for the club. If they don't get the window right they don't get the right management structure in place, it could be a huge problem. I've said it before, the whole football club, including the fans and ownership, need to realise at the moment it's a League Two club. If you want to get promoted and try to have a right to, don't just stay in League Two. And this is a significant bit. The backroom team needs to be a massive change. Wayne Hatswell and Flinney left. Liam and Gav took over, but Swindon really need to get the manager right and then a good coach in there as well. It basically said the management have totally inexperienced and haven't got a clue what they're doing. And that's where we are as a club at the moment. So the chairman's replied with a letter. Hardly, it wasn't a long reply, and it basically said nothing. That, oh, we've learned our lesson. Well, he's been saying that all season. So for most fans now, I believe the only option is for the chairman to sell, because he said he's given out so many lies, blatant lies to the trust, to the fans. And he was over for a week at the end of the season, and we had no communication from him at all in that week. And that's when I say the world difference between how lucky Stockport are. And any of you Stockport fans out there who start moaning about how the club are being run and what they're doing with the players, just think you are bloody lucky with what you've got. And just be careful what you wish for, because you have got a club that is on the up and is very well run, and you're going to be a respected club throughout the divisions. Whereas we've had, so say, one manager being interviewed. Don't know what happened to that really. I think it was a Barnet manager that turned us down, and that's where we are. You've got a non-league manager turning down.
You can see why, can't you?
100%. No, our club at the moment is toxic. Nobody with any sense will join our club, I'm afraid. In season tickets, normally by this time we probably sell. I think last season we sold 5,100. It was the early bird cheap prices, or cheaper price, because our prices are quite expensive. I think this time last season we'd probably, I think, sold about 3,500. The rumour is, because the club aren't telling us, that we sold less than 1,000 tickets.
Oh shit!
And that is telling. And I won't be renewing my season ticket until there's change in the ownership. I will still go to games, but I'll go to games that suit me. But I'm not putting 400 quid into the club, because nobody knows where the money's going.
No.
It's,
sad, isn't it?
We've got a belief of where the money's going, but without proof, you can't say it. At the moment, it can't be proved. But ask anyone around Swindon where they think it's going. And that's, sadly, it's so, it's just bloody heartbreaking on where we are. So, all we can hope is something changes between now and the start of the season. Otherwise, it's going to be a long old season, and we're only going one way, I'm afraid. So it'll be a team full of kids, and that kids can't compete in League Two. Simple as that. So yeah, that's my bad news, depressive bit. So it's, I've taken the level down a bit. So we need to get it back up. This is the happy pod. So
I do hope
why it does be good to come on this pod, because it does cheer me up.
Nick,
yeah,
I just wanted to say, as well with that, we've had that in the past.
I know,
we've had terrible owners. So I just hope a little bit that the fact that we've got what we have at the minute can give you a little bit of hope that it can get sorted.
Yeah, the problem is we've had so many terrible owners.
Yeah,
with a few good seasons in between, and you hang on to the good seasons. But it's where it is at the moment. So it's not great, but it is what it is. So
hopefully they get rid. Sell up.
Yeah, there's lots of people doing lots of work now, and I think that latest letter will bring more of the fan base together. Because there was one guy he was trying to start a protest up to get a protest outside the ground, but he basically got stopped by one of the owners.
What?
In a circle.
What?
Yeah.
How
it
can
was
an owner stop it?
someone come and had a
Yeah.
word with him, and that's the type of characters we're dealing with.
Yeah,
Oh God.
Yeah,
I've been
so
keeping
it's-
I've been keeping up to date with
yeah,
Unic
it's not great.
and Bulls and stuff, and it's not fantastic. The fact that you're not even able to build up a protest because your owner doesn't like fans having opinions, then
That's right.
don't fit with his is disgusting at the end of the day.
Because we're fans of what the fans know. But anyway, that's where it is. So I'll put a line under that. Let's get on to more cheerful stuff. So I don't want to.
Let's get on the
Well,
quiz.
we
Quiz.
do have a teammate for Keiron.
We've got someone.
We do have a teammate for Keiron. We have got our
I've never
very
been more
own
excited.
Sam.
Evening
I'm loving the
all.
background as well.
Yes, my
Tooney.
teammate's here with me today. Tooney's here.
Wait
he'll
a
be all right
second,
for
that's
me.
not me.
She's a lot happier than Keiron.
Yeah, she's prettier than you as
Yeah.
well, mate.
Hold on. Yeah, she wins games. I don't know what that is.
We have got as well a quick question for you, Uncle Nick, before we start.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on Oxford City sacking their manager, Nick?
Oh, I didn't even know that had happened, actually.
Well, what's your thoughts?
Live reaction.
I guess whether it's down to money or
Yeah.
it depends what the reasoning is behind it. I mean, you in one way you can think, well, they finished bottom of the league, you can understand it, but to be honest, they were probably playing above a level that they were capable of reaching anything. So they overachieved by getting promotion. Whether that's the right thing to do, who knows? But I would guess it's probably something to do with cash flow. But yeah, it's always sad when anybody loses a job. Nobody likes that. So and just a thank you to all the guys that are putting notes up in support of us at Swindon. It is really appreciated. So thanks very much for that.
I think that Oxford City manager actually went to Boreham Wood, so he took the job at Boreham Wood from Luke Garrard.
Yeah, I think he did. I
Oh,
was going
right.
to say, I'm sure he went somewhere.
Oh, fair play. Good
Yeah.
luck to him then.
I do need
So
to ask you
I'm not going to support any teams anymore because it just becomes a shit show.
Do you want to support Newcastle, Nick?
Yeah, so I support. Yeah, that's it. I'll support.
Support Milton Keynes. Milton
Who else?
Keynes.
Yeah, do you want me to support in League One?
Oldham as well.
I'll have
Wrexham.
Wrexham.
Sorry, Ellen.
Manchester City.
I'll have Walsall, please, Uncle Nick. They're doing my head in, mate.
Oh,
They're doing my head in.
I
Doing my
need you
head
to
in.
do me a massive favour because before this quiz, I will have to go and have a toilet break because I am
Where's
probably
the
going to
elevator
laugh
music?
at some point. So please just talk amongst yourself for 2 minutes because I'm going to go.
Shah, is it going to be like a proper laughing thing? Because if it is, I'll probably have to go, baby bladder and all that.
I don't think it is. All it is just quotes what people have said throughout the season out of us, but it's just a singing what will probably tip us over the edge depending on.
Right, I'm going for a wee. I'm going for a wee.
Talk amongst yourself for 2 minutes, please.
I'm disappointed, Sam,
Sam.
that you've not got Ahmad Diallo in the background instead of Tooney. As much as we
I'm
love Tooney.
saving that. I'm saving that for the final, Ant. I'm saving that.
I'm
You've still got a moment
quite
left.
disappointed, Sam, that it's not me.
yeah.
We've got to win the trophy, Keiron, and then then I'll have to get one done up. I'll have to get the cartoon graphic in the background. You see, you're not on my photo reel, unfortunately.
Have you
Sam,
noticed?
Sam, you should have put a waterfall in the background because that's about the only thing working at Old Trafford, isn't it?
Should have done. I'll go and stand in the shower, Nick, and do it there.
Have you noticed as well, lads, on the pod that, Shah, Clare, Freya, all the girls are getting them lovely AI photos, all them things on on Instagram. The lads haven't got one yet. Bloody tut.
That's to be fair. The cartoons. That's all Josh's wife's doing. We'll have to get onto her. You see, that's. I think we're in the queue.
Bloody tut.
Do you see this? See this one thing actually, which I found quite funny. The waterfall at Old Trafford is officially the 5th tallest in the UK, which I found quite nice.
It's becoming a landmark, to be there.
I seen a bloke, right? He was a Newcastle fan, and he had his full-on scuba gear on. He was like,
the flippers and everything.
It was just so funny.
On the way to the game. Yeah, I see that. Said he was prepared for the game.
Hi, I mean, Sam, your haircut looks nice.
Thank you, Claire. Appreciate it. Needed it. It was getting a bit long, you see, so I've trimmed it. Ready for summer.
Right. So this quiz, anybody can join in, even the people in the chat, you're more than welcome to. I want to know who has been paying attention this season. Because
not me.
These, I know.
Not me. It's all gone from my memory.
These are going to be quotes that each member of a team have said. So it can be any of us on the show now. It can be Rebecca. It could be Ben as well. And you get a point for getting that right, whoever said it. And you can get an extra point if you know who they have said it about. So it could be a football player. It could be a manager. It could be anybody. Yep.
I wonder what my quote's going to be if I have one.
We'll fucking find out.
Let's find out.
So, the forfeit is the losing team has to sing a duet. So, I have picked some song choices. So, you get to choose out of Spice Girls Wannabe, Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Village People YMCA, Lion King Hakuna Matata, Grease Summer Nights. Yes, one of you has to be the boy, one of you has to be the girl, or Fat Les and Vindaloo. So they are the song choices that you have to pick from. So the teams are obviously Luke and Claire.
I think I should have went back to
Nick,
the live chat.
No one told me this.
and Keiron and Sam. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read out the first quote, and then none of you shout it out. I'm going to come to each one. So I will let Luke go first, then Keiron and Ant. And then obviously the next round of questions, it'll be Claire answering for her team, Uncle Nick, and then Sam. Yes.
What the fuck could go wrong here?
Oh, nothing can go wrong here.
So if it's Luke answering first and he doesn't know and he gets it wrong,
that's just it.
Does it go on to the next team?
It goes on to the next team, yeah. Each person gets a chance to answer. So even if Luke does it and gets it right, I won't say it. So each team member gets a chance to answer. And obviously you get the extra point for if you know who it's about. Yeah.
Just one chance.
One
chance.
Just one chance, yeah.
Oh, dearie me.
Do not miss this chance to blow. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I need to keep the results, and I don't even know how to, so this should be fun.
Do you want me to keep a note?
It's up to you.
I'll keep a note.
Am I best off, or
it's up to you? It's up to you. It's up to you.
Is there anyone in the chat who's got, spreadsheet open?
Look, I have just opened. I can put it in the notes here. You just tell me what to put.
So the first quote. So obviously, as I said, this is Mr. Luke, and then Keiron will answer it, and then Ant will answer it as well. So if you're watching, please sign the contract because we love you and we want you here next season. Who do you think?
Oh, is that?
Who do you think said it?
Oh, is that Shaw asking Keiron to stay or something? Or is it something like that? I'm not quite too sure. I don't know. That's my guess.
So you're going for me, and the person is Keiron Hayes.
Mm-hmm.
Keiron?
Oh, could be.
See, that was what I was going to go with, but then I saw Claire's nod of disapproval. Now I don't know. See, you know what? Because I remember us having this conversation. I'm not going to say what player because I'm not going to have a bloody Scooby, but I'm gonna guess that Rebecca has said it.
Rebecca, are you going to have a shot at who you think you said it about?
I don't know. Who's their top scorer? Is it Jack Nolan? I don't know. Why not?
So Nolan, Jack Nolan, Ant.
Right, so I'm torn. I'm torn between you and Devante Rodney or Becca and Seb Quirk. And I really, really don't know because see, I don't know why you would say about a lone player. So
Yeah.
I'm not. Why would it Louis Barry with Clare? Why would it be you and Keiron Ayres? I'm gonna go Becca Seb Quirk.
Right. I'll go with everyone in the chat as well. So there is a lot of people,
Do
and I'm gonna get.
Do they have to sing?
Yeah, you have to record it and put yourselves on Twitter.
There's a lot of people thinking it's me. Mason has gone for Claire for Louis Barry. Graham said Claire for every answer. Aled thinks it's about Keiron Hayes, and obviously Johnny says it's Shah. So that first one, I can say that Luke got it right. It was me.
Yeah.
But it was actually about Devante Rodney, not Keiron Hayes.
It was the Keiron Hayes that I was shaking my head at.
Yeah.
So I had it right.
Claire, your team have got 1 point. The other team, sorry, you haven't got any points at the minute.
Okay.
Was it about Devante Rodney, was it?
About Devante Rodney, yeah.
I knew it wasn't about Seb.
I think it was last week I said it as well.
You know what it is? If you've gone for me second, I'd have got that bang on. It was Keiron putting his up saying that he said Rebecca was set with Jack Nolan. And then I thought, Becca said that about Seb.
The only reason I said it differently is because I saw Clay going. That's the only reason
Yeah,
I went.
That was against Keiron Hayes. But that's why you shouldn't look as well. You shouldn't look.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't be influenced.
So, next one. So, obviously,
this is for the other side. Yeah.
Sam, this is up to you.
goes to Claire, then Uncle Nick, then Sam.
How about Nick?
So, the quote is,
Go on, Claire.
this season, he has been absolutely outstanding for them. If they didn't have him, they would probably be bottom of the league.
Be anyone but anyone, Matt.
I remember the conversation. It's going to be Ant.
Yeah. That's your choice. Are you going to have a go at who he said it about?
Alfie May.
Alfie Bay? Uncle Nick?
I don't know if I said it, but if I'd have thought about it, I would have done. And it would be me talking about Dan Kemp. Because that is 100% true.
That sounds like it.
Sam?
Not a clue. I've been on about two of these all season, so this should be fun. I reckon who would say something like that? I reckon it's Ant as well.
Yep.
And I reckon he's had a championship dig at Blackburn with Sammy Smodic, I reckon.
I think that's bang on.
Yeah, that actually could be bang on.
Yeah.
I will let you know. So it was Ant. So Claire, you get 1 point. And Uncle Nick, unfortunately, you don't get any points.
This is going well, Nick.
Sam has bagged it. It was last week, and Anne was talking about, Sammy Schmodic.
Get in.
That's right. I remember as soon as I saw Mason put his name on there, I was like, fuck me, that's it.
To be fair, I think as soon as Shard said it, I was like, I knew it was me because there was absolutely's in it. I always say the word absolutely. It's been on an Absolute Football podcast. And then as soon as I was like, looking, I went, it's either Schmodics or it's Morgan Whittingham, and I can remember which one it was. Yeah. There we go.
Right, next question. So this is obviously going back now to Luke, and then Anne. Luke, Keiron, then Anne. So, we were talking about a massive rebuild, and the gaffer has got it spot on. He's built a side that the people can be proud of, that works hard and plays for the supporters. Luke.
Why couldn't that have been mine?
Oh my God.
Stop giving clues.
Oh my God. I'm going to have to shoot a dart here. I'm going to go for Clare, and I'm going to go for... I can't remember the whole conversation, but probably going to have to go for... I'm sorry, Claire, but I have to probably go for you, talking about...
Do you want me to repeat the quote?
Honestly, I
Yeah.
don't know,
Think of whether you'd hear me saying the quote.
He's already gone for Claire, so we can't
He's
change
already
that
gone
answer.
Oh, Shab, I love you as a quiz master.
I love Claire's poker face as well.
And as soon as,
No,
as
but-
soon as you went Claire,
Right, I'll read the quote again. We were talking about a massive rebuild, and the gaffer has got it spot on. So obviously we're talking about a gaffer here. He's built a side that people can be proud of, that works hard and plays for the supporters.
Oh my
Are you
God.
going to go for someone? It's obviously you've gone for Claire. Are you going to try and get a second point?
I can't think who's it about. I just can't think who
Just
it's about.
sticking with Claire?
I just have to.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I just generally don't know. Yeah, definitely.
Keiron.
Sorry.
Steve, you know what? I'm gonna go with Ben.
Yeah.
That said it. But the question is, who's he said? I reckon he said it about someone in the National League.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like that's the thing he's saying that. Could he have said about someone in League Two? He's tell you what, I'm gonna say Ben said it, and I'm gonna say he's talking about Crawley.
So who's Crawley's manager again? Lindsay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott.
I was thinking either National League, Doncaster, or Crawley. So there we are.
Ant.
so I wasn't on this podcast, but I remember listening to this, and I think it's Ben's debut, and he's talking about George Ellacorby, his own manager.
I can tell you, but Ant, you've got 2 points. That is spot on. Keiron, you get 1 point. You and Sam as well, because you did go for Ben. So 2 points. Are you recording this, by the way, Claire?
Why didn't I see the obvious answer? What's wrong with me?
Claire, you're writing this down.
I've got it.
I've got it wrote down as well. Right. So this one is now for you, Claire, for Uncle Nick, and for Sam. And it's a very short quote. And all it is he's a unit of a keeper.
Oh, I know this one. How is this not?
I know this one.
The unit of a keeper.
Yeah.
I know this one.
I think I know.
Is he unit
I'm like,
of a keeper?
I'm like 95% sure I know this one as well.
Yeah, I think I know it as well.
I think so.
I'm tamping.
All right.
Is a unit of a keeper? I reckon it's about a conquo of Wrexham.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna guess who would say is a unit of a keeper? Keiron.
Jen said should have a countdown for an answer.
Keiron.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, we should have a countdown of you talking about Newport.
Well, to be fair, I could probably summarise it all with one word: shit. But it's
Uncle Nick, any guesses for you?
Who would have? So do you have to say who would have said it?
Who would have said it? And then if you want to go at who it's about, but you don't have to do that bit.
I reckon Ant would have said it,
Yep.
And it's about, and I can't remember his name, the Crawley keeper.
Yep. Sam?
Sorry, mate.
It's all right. You should tag us in.
Unit.
Yeah, I
unit
feel like
of
we should have a
keeper.
tag in here.
I have absolutely no idea, but I'm just going to base this over the fact that I did an Accrington episode with Rebecca the other night. So I'm going to go with Rebecca and VTech.
Spot on, 2 points.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Get in,
Fucking
Rebecca.
hell.
I've literally just did. I told you at the beginning of this. I just did a podcast with Rebecca. She said the exact words.
What
2
a
points. Right. So this one is back to Luke, Keiron, and Anne. So he is a phenomenal footballer. He's one of the best I've seen at League Two.
Oh,
I think I know this one as well.
you put me on the spot here.
But it's fuming.
Oh my god! I just have to. Oh god! I'm gonna say Clare here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who's it about. Can you read the quote again?
Yeah, of course. He is a phenomenal footballer. He's one of the best I've seen at League Two. But that doesn't necessarily mean that he is still playing at League Two. It might be, it might not. It might have dropped, it might have gone higher.
Just give him the answer, Shah. Jesus Christ.
No, because I don't want anyone then to be like, oh, you said he was from League Two, blah, 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 blah. So I'm covering myself because I know what people in the chat are like with my graphics. Am I correcting me?
Oh, no, it's Clare, right? Is it about Louis Barry, isn't it?
Louis Barry?
Mm-hmm. I think it's Claire going on about Louis Barry. I think so. I could just like picture it.
A lot
like,
of people saying it as well. Keiron?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say first of all, the player is his name Adelaken, the one that plays for Doncaster. So I'm gonna go player first.
Adelican.
Yeah, that's the one. And you know what? Yeah, I'll just say Claire. So I don't have a Scooby.
Yeah. And
Definitely Claire.
yeah.
See, Louis Barry was the one I was going to think of. I was thinking of Louis Barry as well. But have I got to say a different answer now? Or
You can say whatever you want. You can still give the same answer.
Louis Barry, Claire Louis Barry. It just sounds like something she'd say.
Just stands out.
Right.
No.
So
No!
you've gone for it anyway. So you've all got a point because y'all went for Claire.
Yeah.
But it was
Wow.
about
Nick
Ali
Howell.
Al-Hamadi.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So every team's got a point.
Every team's got a point.
Fair enough. How many?
Sam, you seem to be carrying the team here, man.
Oh,
So now
fucking hell,
it's back
Luke, we need to get our game up. We're losing.
Yeah, we need to just go full out.
So now it's back to Claire, Uncle Nick, and Sam. So he's one of the better players. He's been playing really well and is now one of our own players. We signed him in January.
Thank God the same name. So I ain't got a fucking clue.
Oh,
Say it again.
He's one of the better players. He's been playing really well and is one of our own players. We signed him in January.
Typical.
Is it you about Q&A's?
Is that what you're going for, yeah?
Yeah.
That's a good poker face.
Uncle Nick?
I think it's you, Shah, but it's not Q&A's because you haven't signed him, have you? Because he went back.
Yeah, he weren't one of our players as well. We had him on loan. This is
Yeah.
basically saying that you signed resigned in January?
Fucking, you can't tell him that because basically you've just told Sam to give a different answer.
Sam's my bestie.
Oh, I thought I was your bestie.
You are.
I'm adding an extra point for the clue after my answer.
Yeah, definitely.
The only other player I know from you is Devante Rodney.
So Devante Rodney. Sam?
But I've got no idea.
I'm gonna say it's Shah,
Yep.
and I'm gonna say the player is East.
Ryan East.
Ryan East.
Right, I can tell you, it was actually Uncle Nick, and he said it about, is it Paul Glatzel?
I was going to
Right.
say Nick as well.
Yeah.
I jumped on the Shah train.
Neil
That's funny. You should
You'd never have got the player.
You should get a -1 if you answer your own name wrong.
Didn't say that, we'd be losing then.
Right.
I mean, it's just staggering that we actually signed somebody. That's what.
It's been a long season for Uncle Nick.
I told you I hate quizzes. Sorry, mate.
Same here.
This is funny.
This is good. This.
I'm enjoying this. It's good fun.
Right, next one. So this is now back to Luke, Keiron, and Ant.
Here we go.
Are you ready? A really good finishing performance. It's become a custom to him now. He scores from stupid distances, and the only thing that annoys me about him is that he never celebrates.
Oh, I could tell you straight away. I think it's Keiron because he's just a negative person, really, coming out and talking about. I could just envision it.
Mike is back.
Mic drop.
Hold on.
Oh, dear.
That is quality.
Oh no, I think I've done something to Clare.
Luke just pops on and just says it's Keiron because he's a negative
I love
bastard.
it.
I'm crying.
Do you have any idea who this person may have
It
said it
doesn't really
about?
matter now, does it?
Should we just give Luke all the points just because that comment was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
funny?
yeah. You should just give me all the points for that.
The builder of a comment, fair play.
Oh, funny.
I'm gone to be even loving.
Good job you went to the toilet.
Oh, fucking hell.
Right. Are you guessing who this person might be saying this comment about? Or do you
Wait,
know?
it's me? Oh, no, it's
No,
not me.
Luke. So it's gone for Keiron, and do you want to say who it's about, or?
Nah, I can't think. Some crap Newport player, I don't know.
You do realise Kieran's going to go off here crying.
Sorry.
I'm going to start crying now, actually.
Nah, I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to say like Keiron and all that. Just just like that. I'm so sorry, Keiron.
I can't wait to read out the answer.
Can I literally just read the bastard answer? Because it is mine. It's me.
Oi!
It's
Hang
me.
on, there's 2 more to go yet.
It's me.
And still left to go.
Can I just say I'm over the moon
I'm
because the
supposed to
order
go
of this.
beforehand anyway.
I was going to say, I'm really over the moon with this because, like, the order is Luke, Keiron, and me, and Keiron knows exactly who it is because he said it, so I'm just going to follow what he says.
Yeah, exactly.
Never thought about that, Shah, did you?
Yeah, literally. Unless you make Ant go first for this one, like
Go on,
he's
then,
going to
Ant.
get 2 as well. Go on, Ant.
Yeah,
Double
you
bluff-
taught
he's
yourself
double
out.
bluffing.
Ant, go on.
Objection, you can't change the order. Come on, Keiron. Get the answer out.
Am I giving the answer?
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
it's
on.
your turn.
It's me talking about Bryn Morris.
Oh, I was going to get the wrong player.
So, Charlotte, I'll say Keiron talking about Bryn Morris.
Yeah, so Luke and Claire get 1 point, and Uncle Nick and Anne and Keiron and Sam get 2 points.
Oh, fucking we're well behind. Luke.
Yeah.
I ain't singing.
You have to sing now.
I
You
ain't
agreed to this.
singing.
It was in the
No,
terms.
I was told.
3 more left. 3
All
more
right.
left.
Luke, sort your
Right,
head out.
Yeah. I've got it out right.
Hey, that's what she said.
Right. So, next one. So, this is Claire, Uncle Nick, and Sam. Your quote. So, Claire, you're first. The fans didn't want him in the first place, and he needed to have a very good start to win over the fans.
And it's about Tony Mowbray.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah. I think that.
Uncle Nick.
I would say it's Ant, and it's about Beale.
Fuck off! That's who I meant! That's who I meant!
Sam, spoiler alert.
Sam, what do you reckon? What do you reckon has been said?
I was leaning that way even before Claire went with the switcheroo, but I'm going to go with Ant and I'm going to go with Margaret/Ian Beale.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Beale.
Ian.
It was indeed Anne, and it was about Michael Beale.
Yeah, I got one right. Yay.
Oh God.
Hakuna Matata, Claire. Hakuna
said I knew it was
Matata.
Ant. I was like,
Akuna fuck off.
I really like
Who's he signed for?
Right. Next
Fucking hell,
one.
you have to sing, Sam.
Next
Sam's
quote.
just got in from work. It's like this.
So this is the second to last one, and then there's one more after this. So Luke, Keiron, and Anne.
Oh.
1 minute, let me get my thing up, my name. Right.
No, you
quote.
might as well just stop now. We can't catch up.
No.
Yeah. Just
you can't stop now.
No.
There's got to be a winner.
Yeah.
I spent ages looking up these quotes. I'm going to finish it
Oh,
off.
There's got
no,
to be a
I
winner.
think the internet's going. Sorry.
Oh, that's stop
Mine
dial-up.
Right. When he came on, he was absolutely outstanding. And I think if we can keep him fit, he's going to play a massive part in our second half of the season.
I know this one.
Luke.
Oh my God. Right. I'm like awful at remembering like when people have conversations. So I can just tell you that straight away. It's like a faint memory of it. Oh, say it again. Just say the quote again.
Yeah. When he came on, he was absolutely outstanding. And I think if we can keep him fit, he's going to play a massive part in our second half of the season.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. this is probably going to end up me and Claire singing, but
Where's the countdown music?
I'm generally struggling here. I'm just going to go for a random shoot in the dark. Really, I'm sorry, Claire, but I'm going to go for. Man, there's so many of you. There's
so many of us.
There's so many of us. You don't have a clue.
Is
I'm judging you. The one with a hat.
I'm gonna go for.
Who is that hat?
She's got a hat.
Oh yeah, but it's not been on here. I don't think it's been on this one.
Oh, I'm probably gonna get shot in the dark. I'm just gonna go and say Claire. I don't know.
Yeah. Are you gonna have a go at who it might be about?
Oh no.
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 Just if you're gonna guess about me, just pick any Stockport player.
Yeah, that was what I was exactly thinking. But I was like, I was just like torn. Really, I just didn't know.
If you're guessing me, just pick someone quick.
I'm trying to think. Who was injured? I don't know who was injured for Stockport. I'll go for like Sarcevic. I don't know. That's that. I'm just gonna choose anyone.
Keiron?
I'm also gonna go Clare on because I have no form of that extra background to think otherwise, and I'm gonna go Nick Powell because I know he had an injury problem, didn't he?
Yeah. And
I have absolutely no idea. Absolutely no idea. I've been trying to rack my brain. I honestly don't know. I think it is Clare, but I can't remember the lad who was out injured at the start of the season and then came back in the middle of midfield, centre midfielder, and I cannot remember his name.
there's also this option.
I don't think we've already had you and Rodney, though, haven't we?
And
Might be all about me and Rodney.
Ant's already guessed me anyway.
Yeah.
Can't change his
Claire.
person.
Oh, what's his name?
It's Clare about the Vandy Rodney.
What's it? Michelle and Rodney, yeah. I can't remember. I honestly don't know. I can't remember his name. I know this is wrong, but it's going to say Paddy Madden. I know it's wrong, but Claire, Paddy Madden.
Right. So you've all got a point because it
Yes.
was Claire. And Keiron gets an extra point because it was about Nick Powell.
Fair enough.
I knew it was about
Get in,
Nick Powell.
Keiron.
Who am I?
Damn, see, I'm putting my own weight now, man.
This one,
Fucking
one,
hell.
I am actually going to give 5 points.
Oh, no.
5 points.
Come on.
No.
It's a little pity point.
I don't think anyone is going to get this one. I am going to give you 5 points for the person who said it and 5 points for the player.
Okay, so are we
it's a
going
10-pointer.
same order?
It's 10 points.
This is some
one.
shite
Come
because
on.
we've been in front this whole time. Bunch of crap.
Well, you haven't actually. Oh, yeah, you have.
This is FFP decision making after the season's ended.
Sam,
I am
this is
going
all up to
to,
you.
Right, come on.
I will
Shut
then.
up.
Come on.
because this is the final question, I am going to let each team pick their designated person to answer this question. So,
Okay.
Luke and Claire, you get to pick out of you two. Obviously, Keiron and Sam, you get to pick, and Ant and Nick. So, I'll let you decide who's going to answer this question.
Keiron can pick up.
No.
Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it, Luke?
If I know it, I'll just say it. But
Are we doing the quote first and then the person?
Shall I do it then?
you can say it if you want. I don't mind.
I'll do it, but I probably won't get it
Yeah,
right.
you'll do it.
Sam, what are we thinking? You want to go for it?
I don't know. What do you reckon? You've been on more than me, but I
I'll
don't know.
probably
What do
be
you
on.
think?
I don't know, man. See, it's a lot of responsibility.
Go on then. I'll miss the penalty. I'll do it. I'll be
Oh,
the
go
one.
on,
I'll
man.
take one
You
for the
do
You're
team.
gonna have the
Sam,
deciding
Yeah,
penalty.
go on. Yeah,
Sam
go on, Sam. You do it.
says all this about I've not been on the pod that much, but he does the bastard editing.
Nick, are we?
Yeah,
what we're doing, Nick?
takes ages the amount you
No,
talk.
you do it.
Jesus.
Sorry, not sorry.
And,
Who's going
and
for
you do
yours?
it. All right.
And-
Oh, me, apparently. Yeah.
All right, here we
Right,
go.
so
Top man.
remember, it's 5 points for the person who said it and an extra 5 points for the person who it's about. So, we had him on loan from Portsmouth last season, but he was injury prone, unfortunately. He's a very experienced defender. They played very well against us, so it will be a tough game.
Okay, now I ain't got a Scooby.
Can you say the quote again, please? Shah?
Yeah, of course. We had him on loan from Portsmouth last season, but he was injury prone, unfortunately. He's a very experienced defender. They played very well against us, so it will be a tough game.
Pompey.
Why am I thinking I don't fucking matter?
Pompey.
This season,
The person
Last
who said it
season,
had the
isn't it?
person
Last
on
season.
loan.
looks like Keiron knows it.
Don't be Googling.
I'm not. I'd have to
I'm
watch
trying to
hours
think,
of
I haven't got a
podcast content to think about.
No, don't be Googling any Portsmouth players.
That's not
I
gonna
forgot
bloody
you-
tell us
that-
anyway,
that
is
would
it?
probably- yeah, I was about to say, who cares?
Is anyone going to have a go at who said it, Claire?
I feel like you should have a time limit on this. The unbiased opinion.
A loan from Portsmouth. I'm gonna guess. Shit in hell.
That's not a person, thank you.
He played for Saints.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
guess that. This is impossible.
Oh my god.
I'm glad we've already got a firm lead, Sam. I'm quite glad about that. Or at least my brain maths is right anyway.
So it's any person off a lower league team who have said it.
I don't think it's anyone on it. I'm gonna guess the person who said it is Scoops.
Scoops?
I'm gonna guess. I don't know what player it was. Shit in hell.
Sticking out Dutch player, I believe.
The
Are you going to
Korean
name
centre.
any player or
No, I can't. Sorry.
no? Sam?
How come Sam's gone before me?
Oh, sorry, it's because Keiron.
That's all right. It's all right.
Right, go on, Ant,
Sam.
then.
No,
Ah,
it's
go
like
on, Ant. Yeah,
13
you
minutes.
can have a
Yeah,
go now.
13. He's right. Yeah. Now it's Sam.
Oh,
Think of all the editing you've gone through.
Sam,
too
this
much. I
is
can't
all-
remember. I can't remember what show I've done. I'll end up picking someone from WSL or something. It was Freya, and she said about.
Oh, he's already said Freya now.
Hey, I don't know.
No,
It was
come on.
joking.
Priya's
Yeah.
never been on here, has she?
Come on.
Half day off.
I reckon it's Scoops as well. You know, I think Shah's stuck a sneaky one in.
Man, get fucked.
Sticking an extra centre back on just to be sure, Keiron. Late. Let's make sure we've got this tied down.
Yeah, yeah.
With Scoops.
Extra centre back, yeah.
Yeah.
Park the bus. Jose Mourinho style.
Who's that, matey?
You little bastard.
Who's that?
Well, now we can't physically lose, so.
Yeah, it's not very important.
Might not
It's
be
not very
Who's that?
important.
Might not be
Well,
Sam.
it's all about how you get the
no,
3
there's the
points
point
and then-
increasement.
I'm gonna
deal with the
spike your
circumstances,
pint
Claire.
in July
You've
with
got
a,
to deal with the
packet of
circumstances
salt. Salt in your pint. What's your pint?
when you don't have men.
Are you going to
There you
go
go.
for a player or?
I'm
You
going to
just
have a.
I don't know a player for Gillingham.
I'm going to go for. They got that guy on loan at Aldershot. His name is. It's Monga or something.
Hajimong.
Nonga. Nonga. Nonga.
Nonga.
That's his name. Yeah. Nonga. They got a centre back on loan at Aldershot.
And
I was about to say it.
I was one of the only few people who was on with Scoops, so I do know he's definitely said this.
right.
And I think Sam's bang on. I think it's Haji Minonga as well. So I'm going to go with Haji Minonga and Scoops
I can
Callahan.
tell you, but it wasn't Scoops.
Oh, wait, that was Martin, wasn't it?
It
Yeah.
was.
You're all a pile of bastards because you only guessed Scoop so that we couldn't win anyway.
It was actually. I don't know if anybody remembered the FA Cup qualifiers when we did them on here, and it was me who said it, and I was talking about Paul Downing, who's now at Hereford, and Hereford beat us, and then obviously I was talking about obviously when he'd beat us, and that they'll go on to the next game, it'll be a tough game. Who was playing them next? So it was actually me talking about Paul Downing.
All right.
I think fucking look at though. I was one of the only people on, and I remember him saying
I was fairly confident when you said Scoops that's what he said. Yeah. Never mind.
Fuck off with you.
All right, go on, then. What's the scores on the doors?
How are you and Luke?
What
I'm not playing anymore. Not playing anymore. You all
You're
cheated.
not singing.
Here we go.
You're singing.
It's a good job you won the league, Claire. We'd have had this all season.
Why don't we? Why don't we all sing it together as a family?
No.
That wasn't
the quiz.
Right. So you have got a choice.
I don't know the words.
No, you get 5 or 6 songs to pick from. So you can pick Spice Girls Wannabe, Wham, Wake Me Up Before You Go Go, Village People YMCA, Lion King Hakuna Matata, Grease Summer Nights, but one's got a bit of a boy, one's got a bit of a girl, or Fat Les with Vindaloo.
The only one I know is Wham. That's the only one I know.
I don't know it.
Oh.
Google the lyrics much.
Listen,
You're on the phone for a reason.
I absolutely am a super fan of the Spice Girls, so get the lyrics up and we have to sing Spice Girls.
Oh, I don't know that song actually.
I tell you what we're going to do. Well, this is happening. We are going to all say our socials and we will sign out with whoever's singing. So, Luke, where can anybody find you if anybody wants to get more Mr. Luke in the life? Gateshead chat.
Oh, thank you very much. You can find me on X or Twitter, where it's called now. Just call it Twitter, to be honest. Better than saying X. But I am at LRBIX on Twitter. Twitter and X. And I just tweet what I see, really. And honestly, yeah, that's it. And I think it's right here, right there. So yeah, just go give me a follow. Hit me up on Twitter.
And needs to get some points took off him for cheating. He's just WhatsApped me and said, I only went for Scoop because you did. I didn't have a fucking clue. Like, that's points off him.
Tactical genius and all that.
That's like fucking rubbing salt in my face, you bastard.
None of you are right. Anyway, it was me. And thank you as well, Luke, for coming on. We really appreciate it. And we've enjoyed you coming on.
Thank you very much for having me.
Claire, where can anybody find you?
In the fucking bin.
In a dark room.
You can find me on X, Twitter. It's only because Luke said bloody X. You can find me on Twitter, Claire_Jess.
Keiron, where can everybody find you?
Yeah, there, right there. Keiron, UTC, Twitter, Insta, YouTube, all that lovely stuff. And as Luke puts it, if you want to hear me be fucking miserable all the time, then there we are.
And where can everybody find you?
@_ Waterson on Twitter, and @HowiePod if you want to listen about the best Sunderland women's fans football podcast, because it's the only Sunderland women's fans football podcast, so we have to be the best at something. Thank you very much, and cheers to everyone for all the season. And
Stop dancing now.
I do promise that next season I'm going to be less of a miserable twat. So yeah.
Uncle Nick, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Twitter. But you probably won't want to. Road_Ocus. And also I'm on Full Session Podcast. And hopefully I'll have a football team to watch next season, because this one's been shite.
I hope so. I hope so. Sam, thank you so much for coming on for the quiz. And obviously, I think you were the winner as well, you and Keiron.
Look at that, Keiron.
I know. Where can everybody find you?
Oh, the misery rose dancing, man.
You can join mine and Kieran's new Twitter at firemansamandnaughtynorman.com or on the podcast somewhere, usually.
And if anybody wants to follow me, I am SharXREFC. That is on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Her Game 2 stuff is Rochdale HGT. And obviously, the most important part. So, the Absolute Football Podcast. On Twitter, we are Absolute Ball Pod. On YouTube and Twitch, we are Absolute Football Podcast. On TikTok, we are Absolute Football Pod. On Instagram and Threads, we are Absolute Football Podcast _. On Facebook, we have the Absolute Football Podcast. You can catch us on a Monday doing our Premier League and European show. Wednesdays is our Women's Championship and WSL show. And then on Thursdays, of course, you can catch the Lower League show. And yeah, over and out, guys. What are you going to sing for us?
Well, I want to do Wham, but Claire insists to do Spice Girls, so I don't
Might
know
do a mega mix.
Remix.
The remix.
Remix.
Are we just doing the chorus, not the whole song?
Yeah, just do the chorus.
Yeah.
I don't know that Wham song. I don't. Yeah.
What? Wake Me Up Before You Go,
Wake
Go. It's one of the
me
most
up
famous
before
songs
you
ever.
go, go, leave me alone.
Yo.
Should we just go all out to Hakuna Matata? I'm feeling Lion Kinger.
No.
Hakuna Matata.
Spice Girls. Come on, Luke. Let's do it. And Sam, you're not allowed to post this.
you're
You act like
live
it's not going to
currently
be
on
permanently on the
YouTube.
podcast.
No, Sam's not allowed, but I can.
I'm totally up for Hakuna Matata, by the way.
2, 1. If you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Make it last forever. Friendship never ends. If you want to be my lover, you have got to give. Taking is too easy, because that's the way it is. So what you think about that? Now you know how I feel. Say you can handle my love. Are you for real? Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your head together. We could be just fine. Oh, tell you what I really, really want.
So tell me
what you want. What you really, really want. I wanna really want to take a take.
Yay! Thank you, everybody in the chat as well. And